Good morning, students. Welcome to today's class. Today, we are going to learn perfect tense and perfect continuous tense. In the previous video, we have studied about indefinite tense and continuous tense. Before moving ahead to perfect and perfect continuous tenses, let's have a recap. As already studied earlier, we learned that tenses tell us about the time of an action. There are three main tenses, that is present tense, past tense and future tense. These three main tenses can be further divided into four subtypes, that is indefinite tense, continuous tense, perfect tense and perfect continuous tense. In this slide, you can see the various types of present, past and future tenses. The indefinite tense does not indicate whether the action is complete or not. The continuous tense indicates that the action is in progress or still going on. The perfect tense indicates that the action is complete, finished or perfect. And the perfect continuous tense indicates that the action began in the past and is still continuing. Present perfect tense. The present perfect tense denotes an action that started in the past and has just finished. The rule or the structure of present perfect tense is subject plus has or have plus third form of the verb plus object. With singular subjects, we use have, and with plural subjects, we use have. Here in this slide, we can see the various usages of present perfect tense. Present perfect tense is used to indicate finished actions, means the actions which are complete. For example, she has lost her wallet. This tense is also used to express recently completed actions, means the actions which have got complete just now. For example, I have just finished my project. Present perfect tense is also used to indicate unfinished actions, and the duration from the past until now is given. For example, I have lived in Paris for 5 years. Means the action of living in Paris for 5 years is complete, but the action is still unfinished. Present perfect tense is also used to express multiple actions at different times. For example, I have seen David several times. This tense is also used to express the change which has occurred over a period of time. For example, I have become more interested in medical issues. Means earlier I was not interested, but now this change has occurred in me that I have become more interested in medical issues. Present perfect tense is also used to express or to show your accomplishments, or you can say your achievements. For example, man has walked on the moon. Another example I would like to quote, I have stood first in the class. That is your achievement, your accomplishment. This tense is also used to express life experiences. Have you ever eaten sushi before? Now children, don't get confused with this word sushi, as sushi refers to a dish. Now let us learn the structure of the present perfect tense. In case we want to frame an assertive or a positive sentence, then the structure of the sentence will be subject plus has have plus third form of the verb plus object. In case of a negative sentence, the structure will be subject plus has or have plus not plus third form of the verb. In case of interrogative sentence or a question form, the structure of the sentence will be has have plus subject plus third form of the verb plus object. Means in interrogative sentences, the auxiliary verbs will come in the beginning. In case of interrogative negative sentences, again the auxiliary verbs will be in the beginning, that is has have plus subject plus not plus third form of the verb plus object. Children, please note that in all these forms of sentences, Has is used with singular subjects, that is he, she, it and singulars we use has, and in case the subject is I, you, we, they or plurals, then we will use have. The examples of all these types of sentences are given. You can read these examples. In this slide, various examples of different types of sentences using present perfect tense have been given, like positive, negative, yes/no type questions or WH type questions. Kindly go through these examples for your better understanding. Now let us move on to the next tense, that is past perfect tense. Past perfect tense is used to express an action that finished before another action in the past. For example, Richard had gone out when his wife arrived in the office. See children, whenever we use past perfect tense, then there is a reference to simple past tense in the same sentence. And the action which happened first is expressed by using past perfect, and the action which happened later is expressed by using simple past tense. Now look at this sentence in this context. Richard had gone out when his wife arrived in the office. See, the action of Richard going out happened first, so that is why that action is expressed by using past perfect tense. And the second clause, when his wife arrived in the office, the arrival of the wife in the office happened later, so that is why this action is expressed by using simple past tense. Now let us move on to some more usages of past perfect tense. It is also used to express an action that happened before a specific time in the past. For example, Christine had never been to an opera before last night. This tense is also used to express an action that started in the past and continued up to a given time in the past. For example, we had owned that car for 10 years before it broke down. Past perfect tense is also used to show the cause and effect of the action, and it is combined with simple past tense. For example, I got stuck in traffic because there had been an accident. Means what was the cause? Cause was the accident, and what was its effect? Effect was that you got stuck in the traffic. Last but not the least, past perfect tense emphasizes the result of an activity in the past. For example, I had been to London twice by the time I got a job in New York. Now let us see the structure of past perfect tense. In case we want to frame an assertive sentence, then the structure will be subject plus had plus third form of the verb plus object. In case of an interrogative sentence, the structure will be had plus subject plus third form of the verb plus object. In case of a negative sentence, the structure will be subject plus had not plus third form of the verb plus object. And in case of an interrogative negative sentence, again the helping verbs will be in the beginning, that is had plus subject plus not plus third form of the verb plus object. Children, please note that whenever we use past perfect tense, usually there is a reference to time by using the words like already, yet, for, since, just, before, after, until, the moment, etc. In this slide, there are various examples of sentences of past perfect tense. Kindly go through these examples for your better understanding. Moving on to the last perfect tense, that is future perfect tense. Future perfect tense expresses an action which will be completed before a certain time in the future. Means there is again a reference to future time. It uses the helping verbs will have or shall have and the past participle form of the verb, that is the third form of the verb. For example, he will have finished the paper before next Friday. See, future time reference is given by using the phrase before next Friday. Now let us move on to the usage of future perfect tense in detail. Future perfect tense is used to express the completion of an action before a specified time in the future. For example, by the end of this week, she will have completed her assignment. It is also used to express the duration in the future. He will have worked in Japan for exactly 30 years by 2020. This tense is also used to express the certainty about the near past. They will have arrived at the hotel by now. Now, let us see the structure of future perfect tense. Let's know about the structure of future perfect tense. In case of an assertive or a positive sentence, the structure is subject plus will or shall plus have plus third form of the verb plus object. In case of a negative sentence, the structure is subject plus will or shall plus not plus have plus third form of the verb plus object. In case of an interrogative sentence, the structure is will or shall will come in the beginning, that is the helping verbs will be in the beginning, plus subject plus have plus third form of the verb plus object. In case of an interrogative negative sentence, again the helping verbs will come in the beginning, that is will or shall plus subject plus not plus have plus third form of the verb plus object. Here in this slide you can see various examples of positive, negative and interrogative sentences of future perfect tense.